It's the Sportsman Summer Classic 20, plus kids bike races. We are ready to go racing. Before we do, we ask that you please rise. Carrying our colors tonight, down behind the flag stand, we welcome Cub Scout Pack 64 from McKees Rocks. And leading us at our national anthem, Pittsburgh's very own We Jam.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Todd Janis and the Danimal Danny Rich, youth and experience on the front row. Janis just a rookie moving out of the young gun class, getting banged around a bit into that first turn. It's the Danimal Danny Rich out in front of the 67X. Came from last week in the feature to finish well up into the top 5. Craig the Hammer Kamiker in the 9-car runs second. And it's Bobby Heim in the 92 in third. Bob Schwartzmiller and Robert Betts battle for fourth and fifth. Your leader, the Damage Incorporated Race Graphics, Larry's Auto Simmons Window Cleaning 67X of Danny Rich, Craig the Hammer Kamiker up in the wet stuff off of 4, almost bought the wall. He is second, Bobby Heim third, Bob Schwartzmiller a close fourth. Robert Betts runs fifth. 2 heats, the top 3 finishers in each heat will go into tonight's 6-car dash. Good race for third now as Bobby Schwartzmiller challenges Bobby Heim. It's a battle of the Bobs off at turn number 4. Schwartzmiller moving into third. Past the halfway mark. Bobby Heim coming back at him down the back straightaway in the R&J Meets 92. Just ahead of the Denny's Restaurant Park West Supply 28S. Off of 4. And close that time. Heim might have been scored in third. Robert Betts in the 81 still fifth. Out in front, the Danimal. Danny Rich takes the white flag. 1 lap to go. Yes, it is. Very important spot. The top 3, as we said, get into the dash. So finishing the top three, have a chance to start on the pole tonight's feature. Sportsman are now clearly into third here on the final go-round. Off of 4, from wire to wire the win, Danny Rich. Second to Craig Kamaker. Bob Schwartzmiller will finish third. Bobby Heim fourth. Robert Betts in the 81 is fifth. Then it's Dave Slade, Brad Katselis, Todd Janis, and Don Bowerly Jr. Heat race. Imperial Tire and Automotive sponsoring our second heat race. Green is out. Davey Lee in front, Bill Robertson to second, Pat Weldon to third. Nick Kachuba and Jake Simmons are next in line into 3 and 4. Son on the wheel coming off of turn 4. Davey Lee in the fast lane. Pat Weldon moves to second. Jake Simmons now and Bill Robertson right behind Weldon in the race for third. Kachuba runs fifth. Katselis is back to sixth. Davey Lee getting a little high in turn 3, and Pat Weldon is closing ground. Lee up high into 1. He still got the lead. Pat Weldon second. Jake Simmons third. Bill Robertson fourth. Then Nick Kachuba and Craig Katselis. Super late models lining up in the lineup area for their heat races coming at you next. Pat Weldon challenging for the lead off of turn number 4. And he's got it at the flag stand, buying nose into turn 1. But Davey Lee, the master of the high side, has the lead back in turn number 2. He and Weldon going at it with Jake the Snake in the box seats right behind them. Kachuba now fourth. Who's going to lead lap number 4? It's going to be Weldon by 2 car lengths coming off of that 4th turn. Car in the wall, 27W, Steve Webb. Got pieces of metal, the fender ripped off. In NASCAR fashion, Steve trying to take her to the pits. 27W, the Performance Auto Machine Johnson Auto Service Chevy. Steve Webb out of Cranberry Township got into the wall, couldn't get off. 93X and Cletus Inc. sponsoring lap 20. 2 laps to go in this one. Davey Lee was your leader. He's now third. There's that restart. Pat Weldon, the old drag racer, leaves him in the dust again. He's in front. Who's going to be second off at 2? It's going to be Jake the Snake just ahead of Davey Lee. Kachuba still fourth, and Craig Katselis and Bill Robertson. The Snake going for the lead with a power slide through the middle of 3 and 4. 1 to go. Jake the Snake in front. The more concrete Simmons window cleaning 68X is your leader. He started next to last in this one. Pat Weldon second. Right now, Davey Lee third, a very important third. Kachuba trying to get around Lee. Here they come to the wire. Simmons going to win it. Weldon second, and Kachuba will get third. He gets in the dash. Fairmont, West Virginia, starting last. Green is out. Michael Norris in the D&D Auto Salvage 72 leads into 3. Ben Miley second, Steve Baker third. Let's go 3 wide down the front chute. It's Norris, Baker, and Miley heading into turn number 1. In turn 2, Mike Johnson is up to 4th now. Battle for the lead down the back chute. It's still Michael Norris. Baker noses ahead into 3. Norris is back on the gas up high, and Miley dicks to the inside of Baker. Norris, Miley, and Baker into turn number 1. Mike Johnson fourth, Jimmy Steffens fifth, Jared Miley currently running sixth in the H1. Just 17 years of age, Michael Norris in the fast lane right now, 3 down of this 8-lap heat race. Steve Baker second, Ben Miley third, Johnson fourth, Jim Steffens fifth, Jared Miley is sixth, then it's Tony Mussolino, Jacob Hawkins, and Dave Johnson. 4 down and 4 to go. 4 down, 4 to go. Norris by 4 car lengths over Baker into 3. Miley gets high in 3 and 4. Mike Johnson now trying to take third in the 2J. Still Ben third. In 1 and 2, the battle continues as Baker closes in on race leader Michael Norris. Jared Miley still behind Jim Steffens. Mike Johnson into third now as Baker tries to take the lead off of 4. Down the front chute, it's Norris by a car length into turn number 1. Baker, though, will swing by in the middle bottom side of 1 and 2. Now Steffens, Jared Miley, Ben Miley all together there off of turn 2 down the back straightaway as Steve Baker has taken the lead. Jimmy Steffens now to 4th. Ben Miley 5th, Jared Miley 6th with a lap to go here. Down the back straightaway into 3. It's Baker in front, Norris 2nd, Johnson closing in 3rd. Here they come to the checkered flag. Jared Miley goes to the outside. Baker wins it. Norris 2nd, Johnson 3rd. Miley gets 4th, Steffens 5th, and Ben Miley 6th. Car 27C, the Midway Missile, Daryl Charlier, a scratch from this heat race. Green is out. Jared Hawkins in a hurry down the back chute in the 37H moves up to 5th. Out in front, it's the Chester Chargers, Sweet Lou Bradish. Running him down in turns 1 and 2 on the inside is Double B, Brandon Burgoon. Bradish leads Burgoon by car length into 3. Beck is 3rd. Lepro is 4th. Burgoon on the gas on the inside has got the lead in turn 4. Here comes Bradish back on the outside into turn number 1. Brandon Burgoon out in front. And the Allegheny Medal finishing 3 River Scrap Medal 17. The H&F Trucking 09 of Bradish now 2nd. Then it's the 91 of Beck and the Buds Place 6 of Lepro 4th. 5th will be the H37H of Jared Hawkins. Tom Bateman has pitted in car 32. This is the halfway mark. 4 down and 4 to go. Tommy Beck closing on Lou Bradish for 2nd as Jared Hawkins tries to pass Jimmy Lepro for 4th. Hawkins into 4th. Lepro drops to 5th. Hodgkiss is 6th. '69 car of Hodgkiss close to the wall in turn 1. Brandon Burgoon by a straightaway. Tommy Beck again nipping at the heels of Lou Bradish for 2nd. Jared Hawkins 4th, Jim Lepro 5th. Double B, Brandon Burgoon takes the white flag. 1 lap to go. Checkered flag waving for Brandon Burgoon. 2nd place here in turn 4 they come. Beck down low, Bradish up high. It's going to be Bradish, Beck, and Hawkins 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. another teenager from Dormont. And the 09 is Dennis Niederreiter from Burgettstown. Mark Moats Jr. in front. Colton Flinner is second. Jason Ryder is third. Michael Reff now fourth. Tommy Dembowski to his outside in car 79. Moats Jr. leads the second lap. Colton Flinner just ahead of Jason Ryder for second into turn number one. Both dive into the low side. Things are getting crowded for second, third, fourth, and fifth. Jason Ryder to the outside. Nope. Flinner moves up. Here comes down on the bottom side Michael Reft. He's now to third. Jason Ryder back around Reft for third off of turn two. Look at this scramble. For second on back, Colton Flinner, Michael Reff, Jason Ryder, Tommy Dembowski, and Dennis Niederreiter putting on a show here. Brian Hank on a flat tire in the right rear of the 28 car. Michael Reff into second. Colton Flinner trying to take it back. A pair of 15-year-olds going at it into turn three for second. Reff clearly, Flinner spins in front of Dembowski. Able to keep the car down off the bottom and pretty much out of the way. Wasn't much, if any, contact there. Colton Flinner was able to spin the car down low enough that Dembowski was able to avoid contact, but both will have to go to the back of the field for the restart. EMT and police night next week with ID. Green is out as they head down the back straightaway. It's still Mark Moats Jr., Michael Reff, Jason Ryder neck and neck for second. Niederreiter is fourth in the 09. One lap to go, one to go. Michael Reft making a run now at Mark Moats Jr. for the lead as they come to the checkered flag. Reft has won two of the last three features. He's down on the bottom side. Moats gets way high, and Michael Reft is going to win it. Mark Moats Jr. second. Jason Ryder third. Dennis Niederreiter fourth. And the 8 of Dusty Curry fifth. Michael Reft. Seven laps the distance. Green is out. It's Rocky Kugel on the outside, Terry Kerr on the low side, and it's Kugel with the lead down the back chute. Lucan and Eisminger will to will for third. Eisminger fourth now, Lucan third as they race into four. Laura Lucan up, and we got a spinner at the back of the field. They might have to talk about this one at work on Monday. Off of four we go. The green is back out. Kugel and Lucan, your top two in the point standings, with Lucan the points leader, trying to pass Rocky in turn three. Terry Kerr is still third. Laura Lucan, Dave Wade, and Neil Eisminger are next. Dave Wade in the 76, a little left and a little right, straightens it up. Now we got Bo Glemba coming on the inside of the 99G. On the front straightaway, Scott Shemp keeps the 75 car straight after a few anxious moments. Kugel is your leader. Lucan closing ground in turn four, halfway, four to go. Laura Luke on third. Terry Kerr is fourth, and Dave Wade has recovered to fifth. Wade now challenging Terry Kerr for fourth. Dave Wade puts the Yuengling 76 into fourth. Cal Lucon trying the old slingshot from the outside to the inside off of turn 4 with a lap to go. Runs out of racetrack. Now he's going to power slide into the bottom of 1. Noses ahead into turn 2. Kugel will have the lead with the momentum on the outside. This is the checkered flag lap. Kugel goes low. Lucon is up high. Off of 4 they come. The drag race is on, and Kugel wins it by a car length. Laura Lucon third. Dave Wade fourth. Terry Kerr fifth. Jake the Snake and Nick Kachuba bring the field off at turn 4. The green is out. Kachuba into the lead at the drop of the green. Jake the Snake is second. Then it's Danny Rich, now Craig Kamiker on the outside in car 9. Into 4, Kachuba still your leader as he goes higher and higher. Coming to the halfway mark, Kachuba gets higher than he wanted, and Jake the Snake will take the lead, or does he? Kachuba comes flying back on the outside into turn 1. Kamiker third, Danny Rich fourth, Pat Weldon fifth, and Bob Schwartzmiller sixth. See, if you want to start on the outside of the Summer 20, then you want to finish second in this race. If you want to start on the inside, you want to win it. But there's money on the line too, so go for it, right? The Dash for Cash brought to you by Schwartzmiller Ground Maintenance. We got a lap to go. 10 car of Kachuba and the 68 of Simmons. Jake the Snake and Quick Nick. And here comes the hammer, Craig Kamiker, to try to join the mix in the 9. Into turn 4 they come. Kachuba up top is going to win the dash. He'll start on the pole. Simmons second. Kamiker third. The Danimal fourth. Pat Weldon, Bob Schwartzmiller. A1 Chuck Kennedy, last week's winner. J.J. Bamich rider in the 74, and Jared Dumhoff in the 1 car. Miley Truck Rental UMP Modifieds. '65 Tom Martinek, your leader. Kerry Gasser on the charge. Quickly to third. J.E. Stalter goes to the lead. Gasser to second. Kerry Gasser challenging for the lead, but it's still the Martins Ferry Madman. J.E. Stalter out in front. Kerry Gasser second. Chuck Kennedy third. Tom Martinek fourth. Off of 4 down the front chute. Gasser will nose ahead as they head into 1. The Okie Dokie Special of Kerry Gasser is your new leader. J.E. Stalter takes a lower line off of turn 2, trying to close the gap. Chuck Kennedy runs third in the A1. Then it's J.J. Bamich rider the 74. Chuck Kennedy, the third place car, almost spins. He saves it. The Austin's A1 Bleach A1. Past the halfway mark, it's still Gasser in front of Stalter, Kennedy, and Bamitrider. Checkered flag waving for Kerry Gasser. Chuck Kennedy gets second on the final turn of the final lap. J.E. Stalter third. J.J. Bamitrider fourth. Dale Charlier, Darrell's dad, Dale Charlier, is in the 112 at the back of the field. Darrell Charlier leads Clayton Kennedy into second. Darrell Charlier almost got the wall there in the middle of 3 and 4. He's still in front of Clayton Kennedy and Jacob Hawkins. Junior Nolan running fourth in the 13. Then it's the 17L of Vince LeBoon. Charlier, the Napa, Parker Auto Center, Donaldson Supply Turn Key Foundation number 12, continues to lead. Jacob Hawkins goes low side, and he'll make the pass of Clayton Kennedy for second through 1 and 2. Jacob Hawkins up to second, Clayton Kennedy now third, Junior Nolan fourth, and here's the midway missile, your leader Darrell Charlier with 2 laps to go. This is the checkered flag lap off a turn for your winner. Points leader Darrell Charlier, the midway missile. Jacob Hawkins second, Clayton Kennedy third, Junior Nolan fourth, Vince LeBoon fifth. Young Gun feature and the Sportsman 20. Danny Hunkley, our junior flagman, waves the green flag, and off we go. Points leader Gary Catellis, who's won the last 2 Saturday nights, motoring on down the back chute. Tony White trying to close the gap on the 25 of Garrett O'Patchen for second. down and 2 to go. Garrett Opachin off the pace in the 25 car. Lap to go for Gary Kachelis. See if Opachin can make it into the pits. Yes, he will. Drew's Auto Service 1K of Gary Kachelis is your winner over Tony White, Jason Herniak, Fast Eddie Weiser, and the 33 of Jennifer Barker on Napa Nights. Get the good stuff, Napa. Ken Puglisi in the 8 has turned around in turn 2. Caution is out. 4 laps to go in this heat race. Brian Hutchko in the 60. And the 23 of Rich Mason get back underway. It's still Hutchko, but Richie Mason may have something planned here in turn 3. Close, close, close. Ian Tomai in the 221 and the 10 of Dushad. Dan Dushad right there as well. Halfway. 2 laps to go. Final lap, Brian Hutchko still in front. Richie Mason second, 221 Ian Tomai's teammate third, then the 10 of Dean Dushide, and your winner will be Hutchko. For Mason, Tomai, Dushide, and Puglisi. 14 from Kennedy Township in the red 08. 8 laps the distance, our Young Gun feature event. Danny Hunkley waves the green flag and we're off. Down the back straightaway, Tyler Atkinson, who picked up his first career wins just within the past month in the yellow and blue 5, is your leader. Joey Gombash to the inside in the 5F, and then right in the middle is the 55 of Danny White. So we've got 6 5s up front, across the front row. Tyler Atkinson has lead off of turn 2. White second, Gombash third. And it's Alec Broniszewski in the 08 and the P33 of Justin Pons making progress on the inside. Almost 3 wide in turn 4. 2 down, 6 to go. Atkinson still in front of Danny White, Joey Gombash, and Justin Pons. White still into second. Slight contact on the back chute between the 55 and the 5. P33 Pons fourth, then Broniszewski, Steigerwald, Tyler Carson all running together. Halfway, 4 down and 4 to go. More laps. Tyler Atkinson trying to score the hat trick here in 2009 and pulling away. And the H&F Trucking, Rock Springs Parts and Service, Kell Racing Engines Cavalier never won a race until July 25th. Then he won August 1st. He's trying to win again. He's getting greedy. 2 to go. He's been at it a few years. He was here the first year this division ran. I think this is maybe the 4th year for this class. Heck of a race behind him, though. Joe Gombash and Danny White have really been going at it lap after lap. White flag waving. Gombash just ahead of White for second that time into turn number 1. Justin Pons into P33 is 4th. Ricky Steigerwald is up to 5th. Down the back straightaway, neck and neck for second. Tyler Atkinson is going to win it, it looks like, as he can bring it through the fences, between the fences off of turn 4. He will win it, his 3rd of the season and career. Gombash 2nd, White 3rd, Justin Pons 4th, and Ricky Steigerwald 5th. I'm glad you finally quit listening to this guy, because ever since you quit, you win.
Yeah, I started listening to Dennis here, so maybe he's the reason.
Well, you couldn't win a race, now you can't lose a race.
Yeah, I like the top side, so it's got a lot of momentum coming off the turn. So we were running 3 wide there first couple laps, so momentum helped me on that.
Starting up front is key. It's hard to pass because you're all about the same speed. When you're out front the whole time, they're always worrying about what's going on behind you. Are they catching me or not?
Yeah, it's just look forward. That's why we don't have We don't want mirrors, so we don't see what's going on behind us. So.
When do you start school?
Wednesday.
You gonna be bragging?
Yeah.
People you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, John, Sherry, Brenda, Dennis, Louie. Anyone that's helped, all my sponsors, Busy Bee Mufflers. Oh, Braden too. Busy Bee Mufflers, Bill Kell Racing Engines, Kell's Heating and Cooling, H&F Trucking, and Hooper's Rock Springs.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Folks from the Twin State Auto Racing Club got a plaque for you as well. All right, how about a nice hand, folks, for Tyler Atkinson, your winner in the Young Guns season, the Summer Classic 20 for the Dirt Car Sportsman. Usually these guys are running late in the night. Some of you have left. You don't get a chance to see it, but they do put on great racing each week, and we're so proud of them, and they're proud of you being here to watch them tonight. If you could please stand up and give them a big send-off. The Dirt Car Sportsman, their Summer Classic 20. Nick Kachuba in the 10, Jake Simmons the 68X. Bring the field to life off at turn 4. The green is out. Kachuba, the pole sitter, has the lead in the middle of 1 and 2. Jake the Snake trying to squeeze to the outside. Sparks flies. He bounces off the wall down the back straightaway. Kachuba in front. Craig Kamaker is second. Simmons may have a flat tire in the 68X after the contact with the wall. Yes, he does. The right rear is Flatsky. Caution is out. Flat right rear tire. The more concrete Simmons window cleaning 68X of Jake the Snake Simmons, who won this race just a year ago. Simmons will jump to the back of the field when they come by. Here they come off of turn number 4. Green is out. Kachuba still your leader. Ten leads. Pat Weldon the 45 second. Now Craig Kamaker trying to get the second spot back. Danny Rich runs fourth in the 67X. Then it's Schwartzmiller and Heim. Nick Kachuba still your leader. Pat Weldon, Craig Kamaker, and Danny Rich second, third, and fourth. Schwartzmiller now clearly into fifth. Heim is sixth. Catella seventh. Davey Lee moves into eighth in the 39. Robert Betts is ninth, and Bill Robertson is 10th in the 1B. 4 laps are down. We got a 4-car lead draft in turn 1. Weldon pushes into the corner in the 45, and Craig Kamaker has got a run at him for second down the back straightaway. In turn 4, Kamaker sliding into the second spot in car number 9. 15 laps to go. And Davey Lee picks up another spot in car 39. He's up to 7th, the singing sensation. Kamaker gets close to the wall. The second place car steers her down, but he lost some ground to race leader Nick Kachuba. Weldon third, Rich fourth, Schwartzmiller fifth, Heim is sixth. Lee seventh, Catellis eighth, Betts is ninth, and Robertson 10th. Danny Rich edging ahead of Pat Weldon down the front straightaway for third in car 67X. And he's got the pass made clearly now into turn 3. Weldon drops to fourth. Davey Lee into 39 tried to take sixth away from Bobby Heim. Sir, the singing sensation, hums another pass. Bill Robertson with problems in the 1B. Caution is out. Bill Robertson in the 1B looks like motor problems. The Washington Landing Marina MAD Custom Exhaust, NJ and Associates Heating and Cooling, Grand Prix Caprice. Bill had motor issues a few weeks back, just getting back out tonight, and more problems it would appear. We've got a dozen laps to go. Green is out. Who's going to lead lap number 9? It's been the Nick Kachuba show so far, but the Danimal digging on the inside puts the 67X in front, but Kachuba comes pedaling back on the outside. Weldon is third, Davey Lee to fourth now in the 39. Off of 4. Rich down low. Kachuba up high. Close at the line. Into turn 1. Kachuba back in front. Rich edges ahead in turn 2. Schwartzmiller with a problem in the 28S. Bobby Schwartzmiller with a problem in the 28S. See if he can cross the racetrack. He does, headed for the pits. We are still green. We're at the halfway point, 10 laps to go. Problem on the front straightaway. The 39F of Tyler Fox has spun around. Halfway home, green is back out. Pat Weldon, a little bump draft on the Danny Rich 67X. It's Kachuba in front, but in turn 2, he's going high. And Rich is down low. He's got his nose in the lead. We saw this act the last time. Catellus now to third in the 64. Danny Rich led the ninth lap. Kachuba lap 10. Rich will lead lap 11. The Danimal in front now. Bob Schwartzmiller back onto the Speedway in the 28S, maybe a lap down. A lap or 2 down. Eight laps to go, 8 to go. Danny Rich in front. Jake the Snake Simmons trying to move by Pat Weldon for 4th in the 68X car. Davey Lee onto the racetrack, also 2 laps down in car 39. Car 88, Todd Janis, a lot of smoke. Black flag for the 88 of Todd Janis. He's got a lot of blue smoke coming out the back of that car, trying to get his attention. Meantime, off of 4 come your leaders. Under the wall and still going onto the wall. 79 car of Catellus. Catellus 79 slapping the wall. Jake Simmons has recovered to 4th after that flat tire on lap 1. Green is out. Rich and Kachuba continue 1 and 2. Catellus and Simmons 3 and 4. Weldon is 5th. Bobby Heim 6th. And Danny Rich built himself a big lead with 5 laps to go. Craig Catellus now up into the 2nd spot. Davey Lee off the pace in car 39. Jake Simmons trying to go from 4th to 2nd. The Snake is up to 2nd. We got a wreck over in 3 and 4. The 22 of Don Bowerly and the 88 of Todd Janis. 22 Don Bowerly and the 88 of Todd Janis wreck up in 3 and 4. 4 laps to go in the Summer Classic 20. Green is out. Teammates Danny Rich and Jake Simmons running 1 and 2 now. Down the back straightaway, it's still Rich over Simmons. Simmons has come from the back. Three laps to go, 3 to go. Catellus and Kachuba wheel to wheel for 3rd. Danny Rich really hooked up down on the bottom groove. 2 more times around the monster half mile, the Danimal and Jake the Snake. settle it amongst Team X. Simmons closing down the straightaway. Race for third, fourth, and fifth is heating up as well. Rich is just a little stronger through the corners. We've got a lap to go. Down the back straightaway looking for his first win of the season. He's only ran this car a few times. Off of turn 4, the Damage Inc. Race Graphics, Larry's Auto Simmons Window Cleaning 67X. The Danimal, Danny Rich, your winner of the Summer Classic. Simmons second, Kinsella's third, Kachuba fourth, and Weldon fifth. Congratulations, you haven't lost a touch.
Nah, Dal, it's been a while, though, I'll tell you that.
Sucking air.
Yeah, it was pretty hot in that car tonight. I'll tell you what, them guys were fighting me pretty good up there.
You and Nick had a pretty good race going on for a long time.
You know what? Nick was really fast. I mean, I got to hand it to him. I don't know what happened to him after that one restart, but he was fast.
And then your teammate was coming at the end.
You wouldn't believe how much was talked in the garage this past week between him winning 3 straight and me winning one a long time ago. And, I mean, it was – when I looked over and saw him, I thought, you know what? This is fitting. Me against you, Jake. Let's rock and roll.
Let's rock and roll. We were wondering who Bunky was because Bunky was one of the race sponsors. I guess it's somebody on your race team.
Yeah, he's my neighbor. He's a good friend of ours. He helps us out with stuff.
People you want to thank?
I'd like to thank Jake, Simmons Window Cleaning, the furniture guy, Chris Langham down on Campbell's Run Road. Everybody, Larry that built the motor, everybody that's helped me out.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Al.
The Danimal, Danny Rich, the winner of the Summer Classic. Here we come off of turn number 4. Green is out. '69 car will be moved back 1 row for jumping the start. Off of turn 4, Ben Miley and Jim Lepro, your new front row. Looks good from here. The green is out. Ben Miley has got the lead. Jared Hawkins running second. Tommy Beck to third. Lepro's fourth. Jared Miley fifth. Jared Hawkins with the lead in car 37. Ben Miley second. Tommy Beck third. Caution out. We got a car spun in the bottom of 1 and 2. The 09 of Lou Bradish. 09 Lou Bradish is spun between turns 1 and 2. 697 Dave Johnson is in the pits. Off of 4 again. The green is out. Jared Hawkins down on the inside. Caution is out. Caution is out. Green is out. Jared Hawkins lead, Tommy Beck second. Ben Miley now back under Beck in that race for second and third in turn 4. Jared Miley to fourth. Jared Hawkins out in front. Jimmy Lepro runs fifth, and Steve Baker is sixth with Brandon Burgoon seventh. Tommy Beck to the outside of Ben Miley, back into second down the back straightaway. Ben is third, his nephew Jared a close fourth into 3. And almost 3 wide for fifth through 3 and 4. Baker into fifth now. Burgoon to sixth. Lepro drops to seventh. Jared Hawkins out in front. Brandon Burgoon to the low side of Steve Baker for fifth down the back straightaway. Big lead for Jared Hawkins. Jared Miley closing on Tommy Beck for second. Mike Johnson up into 7th now in the 2J. Jimmy Steffens is 8th. Jim Lepro 9th. Jacob Hawkins runs 10th. Jared Miley slides under Tommy Beck for 2nd in turn 4. Into the pits on the back straightaway, the 32 car of Tom Bateman. Bateman in the 32 into the pits. Jared Hawkins still leads, but Jared Miley is closing ground. Especially in the middle of the turns, he's able to run a little lower line, still carry the momentum off. 17 laps to go, 17 to go. Tommy Beck by himself in 3rd. Ben Miley still 4th. Steve Baker is 5th, and Brandon Burgoon 6th. Mike Johnson 7th. Jim Steffens 8th. Jacob Hawkins 9th, and Jim Lepro unofficially is 10th. 9 down. Jared Miley closing in on Jared Hawkins, who had a bad push that time into turn 1. He really had to get on the binders, and Miley is now on him like a new suit into turn 3, trying to take the lead on the low side through 3 and 4. Coming off of 4, Jared keeps the H1 on the inside. Jared Hawkins to his outside into that first turn. In turn 2, Jared slides into the lead. Car off the pace, the 69 of John Hotchkiss headed for the pits on the inside of the front straightaway. Jared Miley trying to win number 2 in a row and his 5th of the season. Tony Mussolino off the pace in car 21. It appears headed for the pits. Tony Mussolino in car 21. Problems on the rear of the car, as you can see. Steve Baker now to the inside of Ben Miley. Baker moves to 4th, dropping Miley to 5th. Meantime, Jared Miley continues to pour it on. Halfway, 13 down and 12 to go. Brandon Burgoon and Mike Johnson having a good duel for 6th. Burgoon to the outside, Johnson on the inside. Jim Steffens right behind them. Miley leads now by half a straightaway over Jared Hawkins. 10 laps to go, 10 to go. Tommy Beck, Steve Baker, Ben Miley, Mike Johnson, and Brandon Burgoon. Jim Steffens in tow as well. Race for 3rd, Tommy Beck. Steve Baker and Ben Miley for 4th. They're side by side down the back straightaway. Side behind them, Mike Johnson and Brandon Burgoon. Baker was able to pass Miley a few laps ago. Ben is back ahead of Steve now. 17 are down, 8 to go. Into turn 1 now. Mike Johnson in the 2J under the 0, Steve Baker. Good race for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. They're all together in 3 and 4. Out in front, it's Jared Miley over Jared Hawkins. Jared and Jared. Miley by a straightaway. 5 laps to go, 5 to go. Ben Miley now challenging Tommy Beck for 3rd. Mike Johnson coming forward too. He's under Miley now into fourth. Beck still third, Mike Johnson fourth, Ben Miley fifth. Steve Baker is back to sixth. Jimmy Steffens is seventh. Brandon Burgoon is eighth. Mike Johnson on the inside is around Tommy Beck, trying to take third down the back chute. Johnson into third, Beck is fourth now, Miley fifth, Baker sixth. Steffens trying to pass Baker for the sixth spot in turn one. Here comes your leader, Jared Miley. 3 laps to go. This would move Jared into a tie with Alex Alla for 10th place on the late model win list here with 15. He's just a lap and a half away from the checkered flag and in his own zip code, as they say. Jared Hawkins second, Mike Johnson third, Tommy Beck fourth, Ben Miley fifth, and Jim Steffens and Steve Baker go sixth and seventh side by side, with Burgoon eighth, Michael Norris ninth, and Jacob Hawkins 10th, just in front of the race leader. He almost won last night at Lernerville, lost a motor late in the race, comes back to win his 5th of the season, 2 in a row now for Jared Miley here at Pittsburgh in the Calusi Chevy H1. Jared Hawkins finishes second. Mike Johnson currently third as they race off at turn number 4. Mike Johnson up to third. Tommy Beck is fourth. Ben Miley fifth. Jim Steffens sixth. Steve Baker seventh. Brandon Burgoon eighth. Jacob Hawkins ninth, and Michael Norris 10th. Well, does this take some of the pain away from last night?
Yeah, a little bit. It won't quite pay for it, but it definitely, it makes me feel good just to come on and get one where our car was a little bit too tight, but we were able to still get it done.
If you think it was too tight, I got news for you, pal. You might have been tight, but you were pretty fast. You were in a different class.
Yeah, tonight the track was wetter. It stayed wetter all the way through. I think it cooled down a little bit, and it kind of helped to come back. We did our normal adjustments, and it was just a little bit too tight because we're normally good when it's real slick.
Did you think when you got this second that you were going to track down Jared like that quick?
I knew he'd be fast. I was actually telling him how to drive the track before we went out there. I was giving him some pointers, give me some, good challenge there. He was fast there for a while. I knew if I just stayed with it, he would not have enough experience on the track that I could catch him eventually.
People you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my crew, my sponsors, Calusi Chevrolet, Rocket Chassis, Sunoco Race Fuels, Hoosier Tire Mid-Atlantic, my whole family and crew. We put a lot into this, and it's a lot of fun to do.
All right, Jared Miley, your winner in the Dirt Car Late Models on Napa night. Off of 4 we go. Beau Glemba, Colton Flinner. Through 1 and 2, Colton Flinner on the outside has got the lead. We got a lot of lane changing down the back straightaway. So far, everybody's made it. Colton Flinner out in front. Beau Glemba is second. 76, Dave Wade third. Dusty Curry, the 8 car, in fourth. On the outside, Beau Glemba takes over the lead. 79 car, Tommy Dembowski, slowing down in turns 3 and 4. Here we go again off of turn number 4. Green is out. Glemba on the outside still leads. Look at Jason Ryder go. The 2J car moves up to second. Started 12th. He is second in 2 laps, 2.5. Off of 4 down low, Dusty Curry is third, then Colton Flinner and Cal Lucon, Dave Wade and Dennis Niederreiter. Colton Flinner trying to get around Lucan for fourth, or hold him off for fourth. Leading is Bo Glemba. Second is Jason Ryder. Dusty Curry third. In the Courthouse Saloon, West Mifflin Collision, 5-star tire number 8. Kyle Lucan moves to 1 in this, or moves the 1 to 4th, the Cindy's Catering car. Meantime, for the lead in turn 4, Bo Glemba, Jason Ryder. Glemba on the outside, just ahead. Dennis Niederreiter has spun around in turn number 4. Dennis Niederreiter in the 09 has brought out the caution in turn 4. He goes, we go. Green is out. Down the back chute, neck and neck. 3 wide for third, 3 wide for third. Side by side for the lead. Car spinning would be the 7 of Rocky Kugel. Stops on the inside of turn 4. Rocky Kugel second in the point standings. Out away from him in turn 4. He'll have to go to the back of the field. The East Liverpool, Ohio driver, Motordrome. First full season here at Pittsburgh. Did some racing here a year ago in the 99 car. Green is out. Oh, baby, 3 wide for second. Cal Lucan is now second. Dave Wade motoring to third in the 76. Jason Ryder's Yingling Lager Chem Oil 2J out in front of the Cindy's Catering. Phil Lucan Rev Fab 1 of Kid Kyle, Cal Lucan. Then it's the Yingling 76 of Dave Wade. 08, Jeff Broniszewski with a problem. Pierce headed to the pit area. Broniszewski, Pierce headed to the pits. The race continues. Ryder your leader. Lucan is second. Wade third. Michael Reft is up to fourth in the 9R. Reft in the 9R started back in the 11th spot. Bo Glemba now 5th. Dusty Curry is 6th. Laura Lucan in 7th. Dennis Niederreiter, a caution earlier, is 8th. Rocky Kugel, a caution earlier, is 9th. Colton Flinner, the pole sitter, is 10th. Good race just outside the top 5. A real crowded battle into turn number 3. Dusty Curry, Bo Glemba, Dennis Niederreiter, Laura Lucan, and Rocky Kugel rocking and rolling together. Dennis Niederreiter up into 5th. Car with a problem. Bo Glemba, the 99. Caution out. Bo Glemba, something happening underneath the hood or the back of the car as he came down the front straightaway, and he's saw flames shoot out the bottom, and his hand was out the window. Glemba limping into turn number 3. Green is out. Michael Reff moves to third. Jason Ryder just ahead of Kyle Lucon into 3 and 4. Lucon has got the upper hand in turn 4, but coming off the corner, it's Jason Ryder still in front. Reff is third. Dennis Niederreiter in the 09 car moves to fourth. Side by side again for the lead in turn 4. Ryder, Lucon, and Reff down the back straightaway. Five laps to go, 5 to go. Three more laps to go, 3 to go. Ryder up high, Lucon down low, Reff third, Niederreiter fourth. Good race for fifth. Now Dave Wade in the 76 and the 7 of Rocky Kugel. Then the 8 of Dusty Curry, the 84 of Laura Lucon, the 75 of Scott Shepard, the 28 of Brian Tank. 2 more laps to go, 2 to go. Kyle Lucon trying to put a charge on here. Able to gain ground getting in, but coming off, Ryder in the preferred line with 1 lap remaining. 84 cars slowing on the back straightaway into turn 3. Into 3 and 4, Laura Lucon slowing down as they come off of turn number 4. Here come your leaders, and it's going to be, wow, Jason Ryder winning it, and the Lucon's wreck at the checkered flag. On Napa night, you hadn't won in a long time, and all of a sudden you're red hot.
You know what? Tonight was the night that you just hold it wide open and steer it, and that's the kind of night it was.
You were really good middle high. Kyle was able to pressure you down low. Did you feel it at all?
Oh, I seen him down there. I was giving him the lane down there, and he was running good.
Exceptionally fast early. I think you went from like 12th to 2nd in 2.5.
Yeah, no one moved up to the top, and I seen the lane and just kept going.
People you want to thank?
I want to thank Mike Johnson, Buck Johnson, all the guys that helped me out, Dave Wade, and all my fans.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Jason Ryder, your winner in the Brockers Machine Shop Pro Lates. 12-lap feature for the Miley Truck Rental UMP Modified. Down the back chute. Green is out. Kevin Miller by half a car length over Vince Laboon. Down on the inside, it's the 37 of Jacob Hawkins. Then it's the 13 of Junior Nolan. Clayton Kennedy runs 5th in car 9. Jacob Hawkins in the 37 swings to the outside of Kevin Miller for 2nd. Laboon is your leader. Junior Nolan running 4th. Jacob Hawkins goes for the lead. Jacob Hawkins in front. Junior Nolan trying to move underneath Vince Laboon for second. Miller fourth, Clayton Kennedy fifth. Then it's J.J. Bamrichrider, J.E. Stalter, Chuck Kennedy, and Daryl Charlier. The Midway Missile still back in the end of the top 10. Jacob Hawkins right up against her. His teammate Junior Nolan trying to move into second. He pressures the 17L of Vince Laboon. Junior Nolan again follows Laboon to the low side, but Laboon holds him off for second in turn 4. Look at that battle in the back half of the top 10. J.J. Bamrichrider, Clayton Kennedy, Chuck Kennedy, J.E. Stalter, and Daryl Charlier. Jacob Hawkins by a straightaway. We got a spin in turn 2 and a hard hit in turn 2. 48's Denny Nakutis got sideways, and the one of Jared Dumhoff had nowhere to go. 48 Denny Nakutis got sideways. The one of Jared Dumhoff had nowhere to go and is collected up as well. Hawkins leads teammate Junior Nolan into second. Last week's winner, J.J. Bamrichrider, in the Stush's 74 down on the rail, trying to get into third. He's got it. Laboon, Stalter, Kennedy, and Charlier. They are using up every inch between the guardrails down the back straightaway. Tell you what, we've had some fast emods go around here. I mean, the Midway Missile, Daryl Charlier up against that wall is pretty fast, but this young kid is flying. He is screaming. 2 to go. J.J. Bamrichrider to second. Stalter moves to fourth. Just like the late model race, the leader by himself, a heck of a race behind. Bamrichrider and Nolan for second into turn 3. Stalter fourth, Clayton Kennedy right now fifth, a lap to go. 1 lap to go. Junior Nolan back on the high side will get around Bamrichrider for second down the back straightaway. Here comes Jacob Hawkins, his first wins, I believe, since the 2006 Pittsburgher here. Second will go to Junior Nolan over J.J. Bamrichrider, J.E. Stalter, Clayton Kennedy, Charlier Gasser, Laboon and Kennedy. Look back through my notes as the race was going on. I don't think you've won here since the Pittsburgher in 06. Is that right?
That's right. That's right. This is actually my first win this year. We've had a rough year, some bad luck, and hopefully this is the momentum changer.
Have you ever gone any faster than you were going tonight?
No, I felt like I was going pretty fast. I knew he was pretty good tonight.
And when you run late models and modifies, running the earlier race, did it help you at all as for what you figured this car needed for the feature?
Yeah, it helped me decide what kind where the lines were and what the track was doing and all that. It definitely helps out a little bit.
People you want to thank?
I want to thank Junior Nolan and Tommy Nolan and my dad, my brother, and my mom, my pap, all the guys that help us on my brother's race team and Junior's team here.
Well, Junior got second, so you guys did pretty good.
Yeah, we did pretty good.
All right, a nice hand, folks. Jared Hawkins, your winner in the Miley Truck Rental UMP Modifieds. Hey, some guys are in a hurry. Richie Mason going for it all. Oh, we're going to wreck. We're going to have a big old wreck. Oh, we don't have a wreck. Look at this. Dan Dushot got boogered up, though. He's slowing down in the 10. He's scared, yeah. I think his bumper's hanging off the front of that car. Come on, Dan. He's going to stop and bring out the caution. His bumpers under the front of the car. Green is out. Well, Gary Catellus, who started deep in the field, is already to the third. He's trying to take on the Tomai Towing team cars of Richie Mason and Ian Tomai. Look at him go. He's driving right by Ian. Brian Hutchko fourth, Jason Herniak fifth, Eddie Weiser is sixth. Catellus trying to take the lead into 3 and 4. He's got it in that fourth turn. Seven laps remaining. Brian Hutchko trying to take second from Richie Mason. We're past the halfway point. Mason not going to concede it. Hutchko makes the pass into 4 with the nose of his car. And they're about dead even at the flag stand. Hutchko way ahead now in turn 2. Mason with an old slingshot down the back chute trying to return the favor into turn 3. Hutchko second, Mason third, Tomai fourth, Jason Herniak fifth. Two laps to go. Catellus looks like he might have had a problem there in 3 and 4, but he's still in front. But the lead has shrunk a bunch. Garrett Opachin has pitted in car 25. Have a little finish here. Brian Hutchko now right on the tail of Gary down the back straightaway. Catellus trying to win his third in a row, I believe. And maybe Hutchko's going to spoil it. Here off of turn 4, battle on. And Catellus will win number 3 in a row. Hutchko second, Mason third, Tomai fourth, and Herniak fifth. All right, how about a nice hand, Gary? Were you having problems at the end?
I was just taking it easy. It was actually getting bumpy over there, and I don't know. I get out front, and I got to talk to myself to hit the gas, but I started going a little easier because of the hoop-de-hoops over there, and I didn't hear anybody. I got the mirror things in, and I finally seen Brian at the end. I'm like, oh, boy.
Yeah, he made a run for it there on the final lap. People you want to thank. You won 3 in a row.
Yeah, I'm going to thank I got to thank my wife first, because I never do, and then my kids, my family, definitely my dad. He's the one that rents the car, Craig, and all the people there to help us out.
All right, good job. Can he continue next week? 3 in a row for Gary Catellus in the factory stocks.